to hear her laugh, to see her smile, and to just be with our family. Nothing else matters to me at this point.
Still, nearly 6 months later, little Caylee Anthony has not been found. Her mom sitting in the Orange County Jail right now, charged in her daughter's murder. Tonight, for the first time, we are seeing and hearing all of the tapes from all of Casey Anthony's jailhouse visits. Good evening. I'm Karina Sullivan.
I'm Cale Remaker. We're talking 6 DVDs full of conversations from months ago between Casey and those closest to her. New at 6 tonight, the talk that literally brought tears to Casey's eyes and what her mom and dad said then about the so-called babysitters and Ida Fernanda Gonzalez. Cheryl Gatwiza listened and watched hours of tape today. She's live in the newsroom, and I guess you could say we see a different side of Casey Anthony, at least we haven't seen before.
Well, Cale, it's a softer side, but remember, though, at this point, Casey had been locked up for 9 days before seeing any family members. Just so you're aware, some of the audio may be out of sync. Now, 2 separate visits with Casey and her parents, George and Cindy, both 45 minutes long. There were times Casey broke down, telling her parents she missed them, and most of all, her daughter, Caylee, saying she would do anything to get her back. And some of the time was spent trying to get inside Casey's head, trying to figure out what happened to Caylee.
About trying to protect someone that you love so much. So I want you to know, I don't know where you're coming from, as far as I don't know the circumstances. But I know the mother that you are and the person that you are. And I know you're doing whatever you need to do to protect. I hope you're just protecting Caylee. Don't worry again about protecting your dad or me or Lee. You understand?
Unlike his parents, Lee's visits with his sister are a little bit more businesslike, doing his own investigation on the whereabouts of his niece Caylee. But in the end, it proved to be too much for Casey.
Wouldn't you agree that it would be in your best interest and Caylee's best interest to be able to give the police the accurate information so they can do their job? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, they've misconstrued things that I've said, put words in my mouth, so that there were things that I had specifically said that I never said. So I would rather do that in the form of a letter to the detectives themselves, specifically. So they have that written proof. There's no saying that I said anything, whatever. I'm not going to deal with that anymore.
I've been doing my own research. I've been talking to some of your old coworkers at Kodak and Color Vision. I have the timeline.
My concern is Caylee. That's all I want. Yes. No one has once said anything for me, voiced that I love my daughter, that I want her safety, and that she and the rest of our family is my only concern.
Remember, these jailhouse visits are before Casey Anthony was charged with murder. Her family at that time looking hard to find Caylee before her 3rd birthday, Cale.
Cheryl, thank you very much. And coming